This is Arts and Crafts with Luba Carlson, and this is our acrylic painting. We started on the pineapple painting in the previous episode, so this is part 2. And in the previous episode, we created the sketch and we kind of started painting. We did the background and we started with undercolors for our pineapple. We're using white, deep yellow, bright red, phthalo red, cobalt blue, and green oxide paints. I'm going to be using for this part, I'm going to be using my number 4 flat, and then we will switch to the big round brush for our leaves. And so let's just keep going. So what happened in between when you didn't see me is I used my heating tool and I just dried the whole pineapple so that we can start layering some more colors on it. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to add a little bit more yellow to our diamond squarish shapes, okay? And what I would really like to do here is I'm gonna add a little bit of bright red to my yellow right here. So let's see how we're gonna do this. Just a tiny, tiny bit. I don't need a lot. So just a tiny bit on my brush and then a full brush of yellow, okay? I'm gonna use both colors, both paints at the same time. And now I'm gonna go back here and I'm gonna allow this red kind of work into my yellow. See the difference in color? That's amazing, isn't it? So I'm gonna just use what I still have on my brush, fill it in, come back, maybe pick up some more color from this one that I don't need anymore, and just use this on my sections of the pineapple. And as I'm going around, I'm trying to make my sections a little bit more organic shape, like a little bit more rounded, not as squared, right? Like these are very, very much squared. Okay, a little bit more bright red, full brush of yellow, and just keep going. The goal is to make it bright yellow, warm yellow. We do not need to make sure that every section is the same color. So if they are a little bit of different shades, or maybe some of them have previous yellow shining through, it's all good, okay? Tiny bit of red, yellow. Doing this again. And here, excuse me. Oh, this one is like orange. I like that. Please forgive me, I'm gonna grab a sip of water. I should have done that. Sorry, losing my voice. Okay, a little bit more red, a little bit more yellow. And so we just keep going, just keep going. If your section got like too close together, don't worry about it. When we're done with all the color, we can always take some white and go over our lines just to make sure that our section exactly how we want them. Okay, and as you're starting here, so like here is a lot of yellow. I'm just putting it in and I'm thinking, well, do I want a little bit more red in this? If not, I just keep going. Or do I want to make it a little bit more yellow? So I can add a little bit more yellow to my brush and just do this again. There's quite a bit of red on my brush already, so all right. And if you happen to get out of line somewhere that you do not want to be, you can just clean your brush. And with the clean brush, come back from the side that you don't want to be painted on and just use your brush and kind of clean it up. Just wipe it off. Not a big deal. Okay. Clean your brush. And we're gonna grab some red and we're gonna go from the bottom up, and it's almost dry brush. So this is how you do this. You take some paint on your brush and then you go to your paper towel and you lightly brush it off so that your paintbrush is not super full of color of paint, but it has some. And then we're gonna go on the bottom of each shape and brush it on. Okay, so as you do the first one, that's where you can see, okay, maybe I need just a little bit more. Okay, right? And this is how I like it. Just brush it up and do it again and again and again. And maybe from here, go up. Just add a little bit of red. Now, if you're trying to achieve the look that is from the reference photo, like that bright, deep color, that is magenta. So if you have magenta, you can use that and maybe try and see what happens. But I think I kind of like what I'm seeing right now. We're gonna let this dry when we're done with every part. We're gonna let this dry and work on our leaves. And then when this is dry, we can come back with a little bit more color and make it a little bit more colorful. Just a little bit here on the bottom. All right, okay, this didn't blend out very well, so I'm just gonna make sure that there's no brush strokes. Okay, clean the brush. And let's work on those leaves a little bit. So the first thing is we're switching to the round brush, big round brush. Make it wet. Okay, and so the first thing we're going to do, we will use our green oxide and warm yellow together, okay? Starting with the green oxide, it had a little bit of white there, it's okay, it'll all work in. And then grabbing some deep yellow. We don't need deep yellow for anything else now, so we can just go directly into here and not worry about contaminating the color. And see how it changes. So start from the top then and bring it down. Allow some previous color shine through, it's all good. And we're just gonna do this again. So what I like to do, here's the shape of my leaf right here. I go in the middle first, and then I bring the color in from outside of the leaf, so that it really makes sense. And again, let's do this one again. Go in the middle, and then bring the color in. Looks like I didn't have enough paint. Just go out to the side and then back to the middle. Okay, do this again. Starting here, down. Sometimes you just need a little bit more paint. To the top, and just bring it in. And another, the last one. Well, last one for me anyway. Maybe you have more of those, I don't know. All right, now whatever is left on this brush is going to go on top of our diamonds, but we don't need a whole lot, okay? And we're only going to do like first 2 rows with a little bit of green. If your brush is super wet, just take some of this green out. We do not want a lot. And then we're going to hold it like this. Bring it to the top of your shape. And just lightly give it a little drag down. So it's almost dry brush. It'll give you some color, but we don't need a whole lot. So this is my kind of second row of sections. And I'm just gonna stop with this right here. Okay, you can also go down a couple more, but I think usually pineapple has a little bit of green right on the top. Okay, now same brush, don't change anything, same brush. Now we're gonna add some blue to our green. So here's our green again on the same brush. Now grab a little bit of cobalt blue, and we're gonna go into the leaves and just give them a little bit of dimension. You can just do one side, the same side, or just put it sporadically, whatever you like, okay? Whoa, that's a lot of blue. Let's take this off. Put some more green. There we go. So yeah, don't take that much blue as I did. Okay, go back, some more green. Okay, one left. Let's do this. Okay, and now I'm gonna add tiny bits of blue. I do not want a lot. Just fixing that. So I'm gonna wipe it off, just wipe off my brush. Don't put any water on it. Just gonna grab some blue right on the tip, okay? And I'm gonna go into the middle in some areas and just add it. It just makes a whole different dimension for the leaf. Here, maybe I'll go on this side, just like this, and then blend it in a little bit. But I really want to see blue in here. Okay. Let's go here on the bottom, right here. And if you're doing this, it will only work if your paint is wet. So it kind of is important to make sure that you're working fast on this, because otherwise your blue will just get right on top of the leaf and it won't blend in with your greens. A little bit more, maybe some more, just in here. Okay, and then a little bit on the top of that leaf, that's right on the very top. Right through here. Okay, clean your brush. All right, back to the flat, number 4 flat, and it's ready to go. Get a little bit more red. We're gonna do a little bit more and just make sure, just grab the bottoms, just the bottoms. Don't spread it out too much. Just keep going. See, I'm just using the same brush. Don't need a lot of color, just enough. So I'm going back to the spots that have a lot of paint, and I'm just taking this paint and put it in different spots. Okay, a little bit more paint. Maybe here. Okay, let's see. Yeah. All right. Okay, now let's add a little bit of lighter color to the leaves using the same brush. We're gonna grab yellow, put it to the side, and then a little bit of that green mix. See, it's making very light, much lighter green, okay? And we're gonna hold the brush like this, and we're just gonna scrub a little bit color onto the leaf. Each leaf gets a little bit. Okay, touch of white in that same green mix. And we're gonna do this again, just to kind of define. Oops, okay, That leaf just got bigger. There, maybe some here. If it's too much of a blob, then I'm gonna clean it up a little bit. All right, clean the brush. And now we're gonna go back to our stripes. Just clean them up a little bit and make sure that they are everywhere we want them to be. Okay, so what am I looking at? Okay, this could use a little bit more color, so I'm just gonna clean this up a little. Here. And then around the pineapple. Okay. Here, right around. Kind of got bled in a little bit. Clean that up. Clean this side. This one needs to be closer to the leaf. You know, just check and see. Okay, now this stripe is going through here. Okay, I'm gonna find my teeny tiny brush for this. I know I didn't say we'll be using it, but I kind of need it right now. So I will use it to get into the teeny tiny spots. Did I get them all? I think so. Almost there. All right. Okay. I'm going to take a little bit of white on my brush and fix the line between the pineapple and the leaves. Super careful. It really goes on the leaves. So maybe if you're doing this with me, let them dry first. Because yeah, I'm picking up a whole lot of green, but that's all right. You can always come back when it's dry and put another coat of white on here. And then we're gonna add white highlights to our leaves, and for that we'll need our round brush. So let's do that. Get the water out, and we're gonna dip just the tip of the brush into the white paint. Okay, and then it very lightly goes around your leaf, and you want to create a broken line with that. So like from here, and break it up, very light hand. And then again. It really is not, like, it has nothing to do with where the light comes from. This is just an illustration, just a fun painting. Okay, and then maybe this one will have one up and a little bit here. Then look at it, decide if you want something else. Maybe add another couple spots to just define the leaves better, if you like. Okay, now grab a little bit more white on your brush and go in between the sections and just clean up what we have here if it needs some cleaning. Okay, like if there's a spot where some paint bled into the white, just go around and clean that up. Okay, let's see. Right in here, they are super close, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of white to help with that. I had some yellow kind of getting out of control here, so I'm just gonna go around and fix that. Now, when you're done, you can always add some more color to your stripes, to the background stripes, or you maybe even could use a Sharpie to add some texture if you would like to. Let's see. Okay, now let me grab some more white and just put it right in here. This is dry enough. There we go. Oh, there was a little bit of pink in the white, so I'm just fixing that. There's always something to touch up. Okay, one more little touch right here. Oh, hold on, one more. Okay, and we're done. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.